Howdy Neighbors, David here. And today on Boondock Stallions, we're going to be asking a question about Harry Potter. Well, more specifically, Lord Voldemort in the Harry Potter series. Now, anybody who's ever read the books or seen the movies, I have a very big question. Where was Voldemort's wand during his absence? Now, when I say during his absence, I just mean from the time he took that first shot at Harry Potter and his body was destroyed to the moment we first see it in the graveyard in Goblet of Fire. Now, the movies, like the books, are completely lacking in any kind of details or information, and I've been to Pottermore. I've been on every single Harry Potter website and fan theory page I could find. Nobody has actually asked this question, and nobody has actually answered the question. And I usually tune into the Super Carlin brothers for any Harry Potter questions that I have, because they pretty much tackle everything. Questions I didn't even know there were to ask in the Harry Potter franchise I get from these guys, and they had nothing for it, and I had nothing for it, and I still don't. Actually, this whole live stream is really to see if any of you out there might know the answer. Let's see if I remember correctly. So, at the very beginning of the Harry Potter book, we know that Voldemort went into Harry's house on Halloween night when Harry was 1 year old and murdered his father, stepped over his father's body, murdered his mother, and then took the killing curse, aimed it at Harry, the baby himself, pointed the wand, said the words, body blew up, and that's the end of story. And Voldemort even says he was less than a ghost, but barely alive. So if he was less than a ghost, and we know from the movies that the ghost can have no actual physical interaction with the living objects or living world around them, how was he able to carry his wand with him out of there as he went into hiding in allegedly Albania, because that's where he pretty much was hiding for the entire time he was gone. How did his wand get out of there? Did Snape get it and carry it out of there? That doesn't really make any sense, because Snape didn't even know when Voldemort was back, and when Voldemort came back, he had his wand. Did Peter Pettigrew go back in there as a rat, grab the wand, and take it into hiding with him, keeping it, knowing that one day he might need to give it back to Voldemort during his resurrection? That answer seems a little flimsy as well. We know the Lestranges were arrested, and the only other people that actually went to the house, aside from Snape himself, that we know of were Hagrid and Sirius Black. Well, Sirius Black was there examining the rubble as the house was falling apart, and took Harry out of the fire and gave him to Hagrid to take to Dumbledore. But other than that, we don't know if anybody was in Harry's house, if anybody grabbed Voldemort's wand. And yet, when we get to Voldemort in Goblet of Fire, Peter Pettigrew has his wand and is using it while making the potion to bring Voldemort back to power, give him his body back. It's there in his hand. How did he get the wand? And that's really all I've got. It's a very short video today. If y'all have anything, hit me up in the comments. If you haven't watched my video defending Johnny Depp, go watch that. If you want to see a video on how Voldemort defeated Grindelwald in the first place, go check out my channel. It's awesome. I got a lot of videos going out. But until next week, hold that thought before I sign out. I am currently working on a full video defending the Dursley family, and I know that is career suicide for anybody in the Harry Potter entertainment field. And while I'm actually not getting paid, it's not a suicide note. So I believe that the Dursleys have redeemable qualities and may not have, in fact, been the villains of the story the way we perceive them. It's like in Star Wars. We are all dependent on our point of view, and evil is a point of view. And while I know the Dursleys were, in fact, awful, it may not have been their fault from a certain point of view. So, until next week, Stallions, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.